my dear Libra. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of May with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this reading is dedicated to Georgia Kirkland that made a donation for Libra. So thanks to Georgia. I'm reading for you one day earlier. So thank you so much, Georgia. And I'm reading in the order of the signs that show the channel most appreciation in the April love readings by liking, commenting, subscribing, becoming members, donating, and watching the ads. So thank you, Libra, for all the love. And if you want to help out the channel without watching ads, you can become an extended member to the channel and get these readings ahead of time and ads free. And I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check this out through the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more. And this will be a love reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this side is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. I can also recommend that you watch the previous love reading for April because that's the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for May. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see Knight of Pentacles together with Six of Wands. So it seems like someone wants some kind of victory with you, but they might be shy or slow going or not getting their butt moving, okay? So they want your attention, but fail to steal attention maybe. So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have a King of Swords in the reversed with the Six of Wands in the reversed. Either you have done something a little bit cruel towards this person, or they have been cruel to you in the past. Might explain why they hesitate to move forward at this point or try to take attention from you. Maybe they think that you might be angry with them or unforgiving. So I called the four archangels in the four corners of the world. So we have a little Page of Cups here also with the Six of Wands. Page of Cups is can be unbelievably immature when it's in the reversed. Then it's a person that's they have too much dramatic feelings and they can't get themselves together to make a healthy action towards you in this case. So that explains the Knight of Pentacles, like hesitating to move forward. Maybe they are both disappointed with themselves. Maybe they acted really cold towards you in the past with the King of Swords in the reversed. And they might also be very emotionally attached to the outcome of this situation. So they want a certain outcome, and if they don't get it, they are going to die. That's how dramatic the Page of Cups in reverse is. And Six of Wands is also it's Leo energy. Leo in Jupiter, so trying to get success, or you might be dealing with a Leo. We had Taurus with the Knight of Pentacles and Aquarius with the King of Swords in reversed. So 6 elements, 2 of Cups with the Six of Wands in reverse. So an unequal relationship where there has not been like a win-win situation, or they don't think that they can have an equal relationship with you and have a win-win situation if you were the cold one. The King of Swords. Okay, 6. So we saw the Six of Wands being the significator for this reading. We want to come forward with messages. We want to take charge. Maybe we want to charm someone or get their attention or do something heroic, or we want to make win-win situation. We want to create something better, making the world a better place. Sometimes, if ill situated, the Six of Wands might be like an attention seeker or even a narcissist. Seven of Swords in reverse. This time it's maybe a narcissist that have lost hope, if we can have that. Seven of Swords. This little person here, they have tried to steal something, but I think they fell in. It's like you're digging a pit for someone else and then you fall in it yourself. Let's say that this person was cold and cutting to you, towards trying to hurt you, and maybe you're like, okay, so we can't be together, and now they are hurting. So that kind of situation we can have here. Okay, so it's done. So we'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you and the person most on your mind in May. Okay. This is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a Four of Pentacles in reverse. So someone has been incredibly stubborn, but they don't want to be, because the Four of Pentacles is in the reverse, so they're losing grip on being stubborn. It's not saying that they will be able to make a change. It's just saying that they have no real reason to be stubborn anymore. It's not giving them any profit or any gain. It just makes them lose stuff, okay? Gravity steals their pennies away. And this is the old bottom, and we have this Seven of Swords. So falling on their own action, like they did something nasty and they had the consequences. You probably had the consequences too, but maybe they have acted in your relationship in such a way that they would always be the winner, and you could lose or not lose, they probably didn't care. That's what I'm feeling there. Okay, they just wanted to be on top. And maybe you celebrated them, maybe you put them on a pedestal a little bit and favored them in ways, and they would want to feel like that again, like with the Six of Wands, the little bit attention seeking. So they lost that from you at some point, it seems. This is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. And this is your feelings towards them, the bond between you two, their feelings towards you. And then we have your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for May, and their behaviors and attitudes. Okay, so we start with the situation, and we have a Five of Swords in reverse. So the person was maybe unnecessarily mean, taking you for granted, saying nasty things, and now they regret it. So they regret the King of Swords. But they don't want to, lose the whole win. They don't want to lose the position that they had. They might realize they went too far with something. They did something, they took it too far. But then coming back, they still want probably the old position, the old unequal dynamic that you had in the relationship, because maybe this person is a little bit like insecure, and it's very scary for them to be in a more vulnerable position. They might not be mature or grown up enough to have such a position with the Page of Cups that we saw in the reversed. And therefore they want to have you back, or they want to say they're sorry, but they don't really want to say that they're sorry, because they don't want to change their ways, really. They don't want to be a better person. They just want to have back what they lost. That's how I feel with this Five of Swords there in the reversed. This is what's on your mind with the person most on your mind. And it says Eight of Coins in the reversed. You don't feel like they are very helpful. You don't feel, either they don't have the skill. You might feel like this. Either they are just stupid, so they don't know how to treat you. Or they don't have the skill. They haven't learned how. Maybe their parents didn't taught them. They were never taught how to treat other people nicely, to work nicely in a relationship. Or you might feel like they are mean, and they are only thinking about themselves, so therefore they are not applying themselves. I think maybe all three is a little bit correct in this case. 8 of coins in reversed, and this is what's on their mind with you. High priestess in the reverse. It's like you're keeping a lot of secrets from them. You're not letting them into your temple. Like they had probably a more easy access before, but then you put yourself on the throne here and put down the drapes and, closed shop for them. So they feel you're keeping a lot of secrets for them. Maybe before you were more like an open book, and now they can't really read you. They don't know what it is that you want. You are not behaving in like how you behaved before. They don't know what to expect from you. So I think they're probably thinking a lot about you, but they can't figure you out at this point with these cards in combination. Okay, and this is the bond between you two, and we have a 5 of coins in the reverse. So there's a reason to why you became attracted to one another. Neither of you have very good self-esteem. They are trying to build themselves up from the low Page of Cups in the reverse to the King of Swords in the reverse by putting themselves in a favorable position with egocentric actions. And you are allowing that because you think that you need to jump through hoops or you need to like bend yourself over backwards to become loved. So you're a perfect match. They want someone that does that, and you are prepared to do that for someone. But both of you, the reasons to why you have this bond is because you have lousy self-esteem. You don't love yourself. You don't treasure yourself. You don't value yourself. Neither of you are valuing yourself. But the 5 of coins in reverse is good news because it means that you are working on it. Even if this person isn't really understanding that they need to ask for forgiveness properly, you would never at this point accept an improper approach. You would not accept the past being repeated, because when the 5 of coins is in reverse, you're starting to see your own value and you realize what you can't put up with anymore. But the reason to why you were attracted to each other in the first place is because you have the wound in the same place. You're just two different ways of dealing with it, two different survival techniques. One is putting themselves safe, the other one is trying to please love me. So you're also a Page of Cups in the reverse in that aspect. Okay. So this is your feelings towards them. 10 of coins in the reverse. You probably had big expectations you had long-term plans for this person. I think you were serious about this person. 8 of coins, 10 of coins. You probably had a place for them in your heart, in your home, in your future. You had made room for them. They had a closet, okay? They had a part of the bed. Or if this is a friendship relationship, you made time for them. If this is your relatives, you were the one trying to get you all together and making beautiful things happen, inviting for holidays, things like this. So you wanted stability, you wanted a long-term relationship, or you were ready to put in effort into it, but you're not anymore with the 10 of coins in the reversed. You're starting to give up. You have started to adjust your future plans to not involve this person. You might not invite them anymore for holidays. What's the use? They're just going to be the party pooper anyway. Or you don't imagine them in your future anymore. But it's with sadness in your heart, I would say. You had put a lot of hopes and dreams into this situation. And this is their feelings. And we have the Empress here, to my surprise. So the Empress usually means that this person feels like you are the one, that you are the most important person in their world. It's sad to say that they probably never showed this, how valuable you were to them. But this is what they want to tell you right now. This is their feelings. They might have a little bit mother issues as well. And maybe their mother didn't love them properly. So they needed to since maybe you became the parent icon, either you're a male or a female, you can have been like a symbol for them, for the nurturing capacity of a parent. And they were scared that you wouldn't give this to them. So they have put you on an arm's length distance and not pretending you were not important. To downplay your role, but it seems like you have a very important role. This is the both divine feminine aspect, so she's a little bit more nurturing. This girl is a little bit more like high value. She doesn't invite anyone to her paradise behind the curtains here. They need to like pass certain tests, so that's what's confusing for this person now, because earlier you were probably more unconditionally loving towards them and they had more free access. Even if they did stupid things, because the Empress is unconditional love, the kind of love you have towards your children, like even if they do something really nasty, you still love them. This is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have the Devil here. So you probably feel still hopelessly in love with this person. You can't get them out of your head, and you have this attraction towards them that almost chains you into this destructive relationship with a destructive person that can't show you enough love. And with the 5 of coins here, that's your attraction, because you probably didn't get that much attention when you were a child. So you're trying to get attention by making the person that wasn't loving enough, to make them, almost force them to love you. So you take a person that doesn't have loving skills and try to make them love you. So you're making it impossible for yourself to receive love, because you're trying to get it from, you're squeezing it out of a stone or beating a dead horse, or trying to get it out of, like we see a person here with a little bit narcissistic tendencies. And they have such a big trauma that their like inner child is in the bottom of a well, like broken like this. And therefore they are not like a real person. They are like Pinocchio before Pinocchio became a real child. So they have the narcissistic injuries, like one important piece of their soul is missing because it was traumatized by a narcissistic injury. So that can be for some of you, not for all of you. So you take the nastiest person you can find and you try to make them love you, to prove to yourself that you are worthy of love. And why you are doing this is because you're conditioned in this way. Just like a duck, when it's born, the little ducklings are born, the first thing they see, they make that into the most important individual in their life. They're going to follow that person and mimic that person in all what they do and idolize that person. And sometimes it's a stick, with a white flag on, how people that raise ducklings is managing their ducklings. They are putting a stick with a flag, and that's their mom. So wherever they put the stick, there the ducklings will go. So it's a way to have control over the ducklings. You have probably had a parent that was like this stick, unloving, and you're still making them the icon for love, even though they can't give you love. But immediately when you see a person like this, you think, oh, that's such a sweetheart. I'm going to give all my love to this person. And it's definitely the wrong person, because you're conditioned in the wrong way. So you'll fall in love with the wrong people. Okay, and you might be jealous also and possessive and other things, because this you feel the lack of love, so you're trying to squeeze it out of the person, the stone, or kick it out of the dead horse. This is this other person's behaviors and attitudes, and we have the Strength in the reverse. This is much a sum up of what we saw in the beginning with the Knight of Pentacles, being unable to move forward and go and get what he wanted or she wanted. Trying to make a positive outcome or a positive win, or fixing a situation. They aren't able to because they don't have the courage, and they don't have the courage because they don't love themselves enough. If you say no, they always need to win. If you remember the 6 of Wands, the person sitting on their horse, and the lion and this, it's like a person that's trying to always win, always need to win, always need to win, because that's the confirmation that they are not that bad anyway, because they won, they were the greatest, the best, most wonderful and marvelous of them all. And now if they come to you because of the high priestess here, they are not sure that you are going to give them that win, and they need that win, because if you don't give it, they have nothing. They will feel the pain of the original trauma. And that's the worst thing ever for this person. It's not really. If they would, you know, start to feel the pain, it will also start to heal, because whatever you give attention, you give them love. So also when it comes to your wound and you start to give it attention and work through your issues, that's love, that's healing. So the person would heal, but they don't know that. So they just are very scared of approaching you or admitting that you are this important to them. Because if you say no, they feel like they would end up like that little inner child that they have lying in the bottom of the well, very broken. So they will feel like that again, and they don't ever want to feel like that again. Or they don't want to be in touch with this lost soul part. It's a reason to why it's lost. It's because the individual couldn't take the amount of pain that came from that entity, so shunted it out, said, okay, you're dead. We can't take your pain, it's too much. And this is the outcome. So we have a Queen of Swords here. So Queen of Swords is a person, it's a Libra actually, that is acting with fairness and with a good judgment. She can be a little bit cold, a little bit cutting, but it might be necessary in this situation to both structure up your codependency and the other person's like their grand ego. Okay, and someone needs to be adult in this situation. So even if it's like fake it until you make it, do good decisions for yourself, not from what your little inner child wants. It wants the love from that stick, but from what would actually be good for you, what would actually be a good decision. So it seems like you would make sane decisions. Queen of Swords, she's not very outspoken. She's more about like actions speak louder than words kind of person. So sometimes Queen of Swords will ghost you. For example, if you have done something cruel, she will never speak to you again. That can happen. And so it might be a little bit disconnection between you and yourself here as well, because you have two extremities. One that's exactly knows how things are supposed to be done, and one that wants to break every rule because they just want to be loved. So it's two different sides. And if this card would have been on this side, I would also have said that this person had two sides. One that wants to do the right thing, and one that can't help themselves but doing the wrong thing. Because we have also two choices. We can start to displace our pain on another person. So we make another person suffer for how we suffered. And I think this is how this person is approaching the situation. The other side of it is we take the suffer on ourselves, and we try to lift other people. So we can have problems of self-harming or a lot of stress or anxiety, but we never let, we take care of other people. We don't ever want to let them feel like that. We carry them, or we have this bunsy buns where they can land. If they fall, we catch them, okay? So it's two different approaches. So where this card ended up has significance, because you would punish yourself and this person would punish you with the Devil card. Okay, so I will take with this some clarification for the other person's point of view. I have a lot of insecurities, and we saw that already with the Page of Cups in reverse, already actually with the Knight of Pentacles, which is a careful person that thinks things through before they throw themselves on that white horse and come in their shining armor to rescue the princess. Is this a really good idea? The dragon seems dangerous, you know. There was a lack of attraction, and that's very likely because if you sucked up to this person all the time, they were never able to feel how much they actually loved you when in the situation where you were always sucking up to them. You can see this for yourself. If you have a person doing everything for you in your life, they are basically a doormat, and they apply themselves into everything, and they whatever you do, say, it doesn't matter, they will treat you right and good anyway. So it's very easy to take that kind of person for granted, and it's very easy to fall out of love with that kind of person because they don't love themselves. To be in a real adult relationship, you need to define who you are. You can't always say yes to everything. You need to say, yes, this works for me. No, that doesn't work for me. And that will make people love you more because they know who you are. When you are just being this doormat, you have a big fat shadow they know nothing about, so they will get really insecure with you, and they will feel like something is off here. I know this person is always nice, but I wait for the other shoe to drop. And we also take these people for granted. So it's very common to be taken for granted when we act too nice or we are too dependent on the other person. But I think when you started to put less effort in, they started to feel more appreciation for you because you don't miss the cow until the barn is empty. I will never stop loving you. I was a fool. So I believe that actually with the queen or the empress in that position, and I was the fool is like, it didn't need explanation. It's not that the person is like born a fool. It's just that the way that they are treating other people is foolish because it was never. There's not any way. It's not another way this situation could have ended because the person was acting so nasty and mean and cruel. So it had to end like this, and that's why they were the fool, because they thought that they could steal from people and put themselves in this favorable position and let the other person suffer and still have the win. That couldn't go on forever. Eventually, the people that they are breaking will actually break and won't be able to give love anymore. So we'll see what you would want to say. I think about you every day. I will believe that too with the devil in this position. And I had to be brutally honest. So you probably have said something to this person that maybe that you said that you're not cooperating in a way that's working for me. You're not in my future anymore. That might be what you have said. Something similar to that. It's very hands-on. So you probably came to a point where it wasn't... you couldn't continue in the way you did before, so you just had to accept reality here. Earth. Okay, so what more do you want to say? I don't think you ever loved me. No, it's very easy to, when a person is cold, cutting, doesn't have no consideration for your feelings, doesn't care what you say, don't care what you do, of course you will not feel loved. I love someone else. I don't really believe that, actually. I think you want to love someone else. Of course, with the devil here, it can be that you're trying to love someone else, maybe putting some poor person like in a position of being a rebound person, inviting them into this drama as well. But I don't see that you're loving someone else at this point. It's not shown in the reading anyway, so I don't have any support for that, but I definitely think you want to love someone else. And I want to marry you. The devil card here, 15, 1 plus 5, 6. So I believe that too. And I was in my own head. I think you are in your own head now. And I don't think it's a bad place to be, actually. It's like roles have been reversed. Before, the other person was only in their own head and you were like totally in your heart or in your body, just trying to express like whatever love you could towards this person. And now you actually need to be in your own head. And we have all the time in the world. So from a divine perspective, this life is just a chapter in your eternal life. So from that point of view, You can work on this for a very long time, and it doesn't have to be solved today. And I don't see it being solved today because we have two extremes here. Two extremes, like this person loves you but can't be the bigger person for you. You know that this is bad, but you can't help yourself by like wanting to marry this person and still imagine them in your future. So I will take from Lover's Oracle to see what this person would tell you from their soul level. So we have this peace dove here with a halo. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So it's like they're giving you a green card from their soul that if you meet someone else, that's fine for them. They understand, okay? So you don't have to be loyal towards this person. See if there's something else. Probably this one that was left behind. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So we are here to learn from relationships, and as I said, they accept if you need to walk on with someone else, because they realize they have troubles making the changes that maybe you plan to do in this lifetime. And that's why the divine is kind of comforting you with saying we have all the time in the world. You can fix it at maybe another lifetime. Okay. So the possibilities for this relationship: release your ex and heart-to-heart conversations. I would say like this: it's very much time to release your ex here, if this person is your ex, or even if they're not. With the Queen of Swords and this, it's like cutting this out. It's destructive. This relationship is destructive. But since the heart-to-heart conversation came as well, I think that, okay, so I will say it like this. I don't want you to get up too much hope for this relationship, but there's an aspect of this person here being ready to hear what you have to say. So that's all I'm going to say for now, because I don't want you to be in an impossible relationship, jumping to hoops, making impossible, waiting forever for someone that's always making impossible choices. That's not helpful. But I think this person really wants to talk to you, but they are too chicken to take that step themselves. So I will take from Power Forward cards how you should help yourself, Libra. I open new doors to life. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. The devil here is keeping you stuck in the past, but the Queen of Swords is helping you to cut it free and move into your new future. I'm totally adequate for all situations, so you can handle whatever comes along. I'm one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it's easy for me to stand up for myself. So that also supports the Queen of Swords here. Okay. So I would urge you to watch the reading Their True Thoughts and Feelings in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably tell you more about this story. Or you can also turn to the reading What Do They Want to Have Happen Between You Two for your sign.
Jet planes in the night sky with you.
Today, if you can't get enough of my readings on YouTube, you can now become a member to my channel and get access to premium content videos. There are 3 different levels to choose from. You can become a supportive member and get personal and spiritual growth readings for the collective.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.
The second option is to become an extended member, where you get access to the collective readings from the previous level And you will also be able to see all the channel's astrological tarot readings for all the signs ahead of time and ads free.
Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine.
The third option is to become a full member, where you get access to all the perks from the previous levels. And on top of that, you will get short personal readings from me every week. It is very similar to super chat readings, but here you subscribe instead of paying for super chats.
'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you.
There is a lot of other perks that's available for all levels, as membership loyalty badges, custom emojis, and other special features.
I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that.
If you subscribe to my channel, you will be able to see the join button where you can learn more about the membership. You can also follow the link in the description box to check this out. And if you're still not convinced that this is a good option for you, you can become a member just to support my channel and help me keep on doing readings for all the astrological signs. I hope you will join and we will have so much fun together. Thank you for watching this far. I'm sending you all my love and all my gratitude.